Alright folks, I've been in Minot most of the day. Got over here, started putting in some applications. I got a couple of calls. People called me back for some of the stuff I put in Williston. A couple of them, I mean, they're not really what I'm looking for. They have no housing whatsoever. No plans of any housing. That's what worries me. A lot of counties in North Dakota right now are actually trying to ban man camps so they don't have to fool with these people. I noticed the price of diesel is more expensive than the price of gas, which is normal, but like a lot of places, I remember in Fargo, when I stopped to fill it up there, diesel was like $3.80 a gallon or $3.85 a gallon, something like that. In Williston, it's $4.34 a gallon, and that's the cheapest that I found it. I think they're trying to discourage or make a bunch of money off of these guys driving these diesel engine trucks. But got a few callbacks, like I said, some of them are promising. We'll see. I mean, if it's enough money, I mean, I can get a place. That's not a problem. I found some lodges, like I'd said before, previously. If I'm making $200-300 a day, I can afford $100 a night, I guess. It's a third of my money, but it is what it is, I guess. Beat sleeping in the campground in a van. I'm done with that. We're ready to be done with that. I'm about ready to go home. Just say this was a loss. Nothing I'm finding is what I want. They're telling me springtime the place is going to go wide open. They're going to be bringing in some more man camps and setting them up. And then I've heard a lot of them contradicts that. A lot of people saying they're not even going to fool with the man camps because there's a lot of lodges being set up. There's a lot of these logistic places like Target Logistics and companies like that. They come in and set these man camps up. And a lot of people have just, like one guy took a section of his field and just fenced it off and set it up for truckers and people in cars and vans or whatever if they want to camp out, and he's charging like $5 a night or $15 a night, something like that. I forget what it said now on the sign, but that's like south of Williston. He's got 40 amp hookups, stuff like that for everybody with RVs. And I started to buy an RV, but that would have been the only place I could park it at. Everything else is taken. So I know he's probably high. It's probably 15 for a car, and if you're hooking up to his stuff, it's probably 30 or 40 a night at the very minimum. Anyway, I'm almost to the point of just saying to hell with all this and going home. I'm really just discouraged. All the really high-paying jobs there right now, they're really looking at, like if you've been applying online, keep doing it because they're looking into that now. They want experienced people with certified people with oil and gas certifications, things like that. That's what they're looking for, CDL drivers. I actually applied to this one company in Williston that said they would even train if you didn't have it. They prefer a CDL, but they willing to train if you didn't have one for the right person. But they're also getting applications and stuff online. So anybody with a CDL license, you're hired. Pretty much. They prefer experience, and I've seen a lot of companies are doing like the ads will say, experience preferred, 1 year in the Bakken or 3 years somewhere else. So they're actually trying to steal people from other companies. That's happening a lot too, from what I heard some guys talking today. But the staffing companies, I couldn't find them. I drove all over Williston. I did not find SOS Staffing. I know it's got to be there, but I could not find it. Most of them, you won't miss them. They've got signs right out there. Just, there's no way of missing them. I know a lot of guys went to the titty bar and got hired. I'm not doing that. The job's not worth my marriage. I did see the 2 titty bars, and I will say they probably can house about 20 people, and that's including strippers. They're very small. They're right there by the train tracks, so when you get off of the train, that's the first thing you see. And they're literally side by side in this little old bitty building. And I didn't see a lot of people in there, actually. I didn't go by at night. It was during the day. Maybe that had a lot to do with it. But around here, I would not be surprised. Time is totally off. There's, guys they get off at 2 in the afternoon, so it doesn't matter. Wherever they go is where they go. When they get off work, they either go home or go to their place and go to sleep or whatever. But when it's party time, it doesn't start at 8 p.m. for these folks. It starts whenever. Anyways, Sunday is dead. You forget doing anything on Sunday, especially eating out or anything. So, I don't know. I know everything's far away, and I'm using a lot of gas to get there, and that's starting to really hit me in my pocket. I burn $40 to $50 a day just job hunting, which is crazy. But I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm in Minot. I'm gonna try something in Minot and see what happens there. But like I say, I've talked to a couple of people as I was turning my resumes in. It's really not sounding that good. Like I can find some jobs that are paying, you know, $10, $12 an hour, but I was making that back home. Why bother coming up here in the freezing cold when I can stay in Florida at the beach and do that? That ain't what I came up here for. I'm going to keep plugging away, and then I may just say to hell with all this and go home. I don't know. I'll let you guys know what's happening. I'll keep you posted. But if you got a CDL, you're gold. They'll hire you. If you've got experience, you're definitely hired. If you just got a brand spanking new CDL, then you probably can still get a job. That's not going to be hard. I know Las Vegas Collapse did. He got hired on. I mean, all they want is a CDL. They really prefer experience. So they've had a lot of crazy crap happen up here, like dudes running completely off the road and through a man camp, and it's like a mile across a field before you run into the damn trailers. I don't know how he did that, but he did it. That's why they want experience. And they're really looking online now. It's slowed down enough, people coming in. They can start looking at some of these online applications, what the lady was telling me today, and see what they've got. And if they're willing to relocate, they're paying enough, then I think a lot of people would be willing to relocate up there. It's just a matter of having housing. Have it before you get here. Have an idea of where you're going to stay and where you're going to live and how you're going to do it, because it's not here. I thought, you know, most of the videos on YouTube were old. I mean, they were a year old. So, like the Walmart, they show you how barren and stricken and all that. Man, I went in Walmart, it was fine. They had everything you could want. So, it was just fine. The Walmart's fully stocked. They're not letting you park there no more, though. But they're building hotels galore all over the entire state of North Dakota, from where I've been. Definitely in Williston, which is not in a shortage of hotels by any means. But definitely have an idea of housing and where you're going to stay and all that stuff. That's the hard part. That's the trick. Getting a job's not the trick. I don't know. Check out Minot. It's a little bit different. There's actually some hotel rooms available. They're pretty pricey, but they are available. There is some lodges, like people are taking these RVs and parking them and charging, you know, $95 a night or more in Williston, south of Williston, like around Watford City, in between there. But everything's so far away. It's just, I mean, be prepared. Have a lot of gas money saved up, because you're going to need it. A lot of guys are asking, like, trucker signs, how you know trucker jobs are available. They're everywhere. They've got signs that say CDLs, you're hired. I mean, it's all over. So, you got a CDL, I would give Williston a shot, as long as you got somewhere to stay. If you've got an RV that you can park somewhere that's self-contained for a little while, until you can figure out what you're going to do, that's fine. But when they say spring, they don't mean March 1st. I think they mean May 1st up here. It's because I keep getting told spring is going to blow away, it's going to be awesome, it's going to explode, and everybody's going to be here. And then a lot of people saying, yeah, we were planning on May 1st having a huge kickoff. So I guess they consider May 1st to be spring. But anyway, I'll keep you guys posted. Like I say, I may just call it a trip and just go back to the house and just start somewhere fresh back home, because I'm just not getting what I thought I was going to, any kind of luck at all. I thought I was going to be a lot different than this. And everything just looks so easy to get jobs, and it's not hard to get them. Like I say, I'm getting calls. I've gotten offers. I actually did 2 interviews today, and the guy's trying to hire me. But it was like $9.50 an hour, no housing. And on $9.50 an hour in Williston, North Dakota, you cannot get housing. Forget that. You're talking about 10 hours a day is $95, and that's what it costs a day to live there. So I mean, all your money's going to just get respent. You're going to be spending it on gas. Even if you're making $200 a day, you spend 50 of it on housing. You're going to spend 50 of it in fuel, because most of the housing is way out of town. So it's tough, real tough. I'm plugging away. I'll let you guys know how I'm doing tomorrow.